There's a growing number of women who have never been told no, and it shows, especially when they're drunk, loud, and in public. So this went down at a San Francisco restaurant. It's getting massive attention, and it was all caught on video. So this video is about 3 minutes long, but just trust me on this, you're going to want to watch it to the end.
Please step away.
Alright, that's the answer! Alright, he's just harassed. Yeah, it's out of his sight.
Please leave.
Tell me one more time. Did you touch me?
I did not touch you.
Oh, he's a liar.
I just tried it out.
So this is a different angle, obviously. Look at this crazy bitch. So that was a woman. Took her down there.
Get out the way. Get out the way.
Let's go.
She's smiling. Stop. Hey, let go, right now. Let go.
So she's got the bartender's hair.
Let go. No, let go right now, please.
You want me like this?
Please let go.
Oh, you want me like this?
Please let go.
I'm not touching your boy.
Okay, stop.
No, keep on this phone.
No.
Hey.
Oh man.
Guys. No, guys.
You hear that?
No, stop. What is that?
I told you to watch to the end. She totally deserved that. That was poetic justice. I gotta admit, I watched it a couple times. But one thing I noticed with this video, the guy who tripped her and physically removed her from the restaurant was a gay man. And I know this because I saw his username in one of the videos, and then I looked it up, and I saw it was him. And it's very clear he is gay and proud. And then the other person who was willing to try to detain this woman in some way was another woman. And actually, a lot of the men were kind of putting their focus on her boyfriend, who really wasn't doing much. But now that I've kind of rewatched it, he was doing some shoving there after she was taken to the ground, but not much. Clearly, she was the issue here. And it almost seemed like she wasn't getting the attention that she deserved. So that's interesting. And it tells me they were either too worried about the consequences that might come to them for putting their hands on a woman, or they have a mental block that prevents them from actually giving her the business, right? The gay man and the woman had no issues. The person who tripped her and put her on her back in the restaurant was a woman. And then this bartender, the gay man I'm talking about, he was the one who actually physically removed her. And he kind of, at the end there, got into a cat fight and then tripped her and made her eat concrete. So I think that should be a little bit different. Men in general, they need to be more like Sean Connery, and I'll leave it at that. Got to stop treating women with kitty gloves, basically. Stop letting them get away with murder and start putting them in their place. Checking them, right? And maybe I'm looking into that too much, but I don't think so. I don't think it's a coincidence that the only people willing to actually give her the business was a woman and a gay man. But here's the update with this story. The San Francisco Police Department confirmed the woman's name is Shireen Akari. She was arrested for public intoxication, and as of now, she has been fired from her tech job. Brutal. So here's how it started. Miguel Marchese, which is the guy I was talking about who tripped her, a bartender at Hayes, that's the restaurant, told Cron 4 the incident occurred around 9 p.m. after the woman and her date were refused service because they were very intoxicated. He says a server came to him and told him her table was not only intoxicated, but maybe on other substances, and was giving her a rough time and being verbally abrasive. After that, they asked for the manager to intervene, and after the manager spoke with the couple, he chose to no longer serve them. He retracted their cocktails from the table, brought them back, and eventually told the bartender they've had enough to drink, we're done serving them. And later, it just spiraled into chaos. So I'm curious if she'll receive any other charges, like assault. I think she should. You'll notice also how at the end of the video, when she eats shit and gets up, she immediately looks to her date, her boyfriend or whatever, and starts saying, "You're not a man. Be a man. Literally, do something. Be a man." And so, of course, this woman who is a progressive, she lives in San Francisco, starts trying to hold a man to some sort of protective, authoritative, conventional standard, which is not surprising. Of course, this woman is doing this. It's just another reminder to all of us men that when women say liberation from gender roles, they don't mean us. All the more reason that men in general should start holding women to a tighter standard. But here's the thing. The guy, right after she said that, right after she launched into shaming him, it worked. He starts going hands-on with other men around him. You can literally see he was immediately affected. He immediately starts kind of puffing his chest out a little more, and he starts doing what she thinks she wants him to do. So this stuff works on a lot of men. The shaming works. Be a man. Be a man. Oh, you're right. I'm going to be a man for you, honey. And he starts putting his hands on this guy. And then the other men start jumping in. And he almost gets himself kind of beat up right there. All because of her. In my opinion, if he were actually being a man, he would have told her to shut the fuck up and stop getting them into trouble. And if she didn't listen, then, hey, man, maybe that does mean physically removing her from the restaurant yourself. Oh, but that's not what she meant when she said be a man. She meant be my protector, be my white knight, be my knight in shining armor, and do something about this mess that I've got myself into. Can you please absorb the shitstorm I've created here? And throughout this video, you can see him making some very half-ass attempts at derailing her temper tantrum. But again, it's like half-ass. There's no real authority behind it. It kind of resembles how a lot of dog owners will half-ass, like, try to get their dog to stop doing something. And there's no real authority behind it, so it just doesn't work. The dog, it doesn't listen. So she's kind of like this barking dog that this guy can't control and eventually gets him into some trouble. And it's like, hey, you know, if you can't control the dog, you probably shouldn't own it. But here's the thing. She's not a dog, is she? She's a human. And so she has her own personal autonomy and responsibility. So this whole thing, it's all her fault. It's nobody's fault but her own. It's not her man's fault, her boyfriend's fault. Not her parents' fault. This moment here, all on her. She is an immature, entitled little brat who likely in her life has never had to actually be accountable for anything. She literally resembles a child that is not getting their way and is acting out. I think she should be charged with much more than just public intoxication. If not for this gay man who was not interested in treating this woman with kitty gloves, she would have faced relatively no shame or accountability. Ultimately, she got exactly what was coming to her. When I first watched this video, I was not expecting that, trip and fall, but I gotta say, I enjoyed it very much. Because it was just completely deserved. Running around like a fucking nuisance, pulling on people's hair, cursing out customers, the staff, acting like a spoiled brat, assaulting the customers as well, and then putting your boyfriend through this BS, not listening to anybody, yeah, she deserved that. She lost her job. She got arrested. Millions and millions and millions of people have seen her be a public nuisance and then eat concrete. It was the cycle there. We all witnessed it. Fuck around and find out. I mean, for her, alcohol just isn't for you, woman. And it's not for a lot of women. I think this year we've actually seen several of these kinds of videos, haven't we? These drunken women acting ridiculous. Remember the one out in Rhode Island? I'm an AG. I'm an AG. People will say, oh, well, it's because they're drunk. That's why. No, it's their personalities too. They think they're hot shit, untouchable. They get some booze in them, and you can really see it. They start acting like this. And you see this kind of behavior in a lot of these police body cams that have been released. There's just kind of an entitlement amongst these women when it comes to not taking accountability, I guess, not liking authority, telling them what to do. I think it's a big problem. Testament to the state of modern women. The disagreeable, combative, and entitled attitude that so many of them come with nowadays. And I would say, just looking at this woman, you can tell the type that she is, the physiognomy. It checks out. You can tell she's going to be a massive see you next Tuesday. She looks like she belongs in human resources. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where she worked at this company. Complete nightmare. I don't know. Dude, the fact that he instantly complied when she said, be a man, be a man. He instantly started escalating, started pushing people. What a clown. Completely pussy whipped. And you know what, man? This is the thing. You got to be careful with the women you choose because they can make you look like a fool. And many of them do. And look, I'm sure it was sad for him to see the woman he cares about have to trip and fall like that. But, his girl was out of control and he was unable to save her from herself. So she deserved it. something men need to really consider is, the liability that a woman can be, the situations she can put you into, especially when alcohol and nightlife is involved, can be very dangerous. She's the one who got him into this mess. I seriously doubt that without her, he would ever find himself in such a situation. I really doubt it. Because men understand the consequences that come with acting like this. Women don't. Because, hey, if not for the gay man and the woman there would not have been really any consequences for her. The public shaming is the real consequence. The trip, the what goes around comes around. That's the consequence she's really facing, not the public intoxication charge. But anyways, I bet she'll never do that again, will she?